Hey bookworms, welcome back to the channel, your cozy corner to talk all things about books. So today we are actually putting up our detective hats because this episode is all about murder and mystery. And one of the sharpest, most impeccably groomed minds, the one and only Hercule Poirot. I know it's a mouthful, but you get used to it. Side note here, yes, we also have one more very famous detective, and that is Sherlock Holmes, but we are going to talk about him some other day. Over the years, I have devoured quite a few Agatha Christie's iconic novels, and trust me, every time I am left spellbound by her storytelling, by the character build-ups, the twists and turns, and of course by the sheer brilliance of Hercule Poirot's little grey cells. So today I am here to share with you my top 7 Agatha Christie novels which have stayed with me over the years. So before we plunge into these glorious cases, let me take a moment and appreciate the man himself. So who is Hercule Poirot? Well, imagine a meticulous, slightly eccentric Belgian gentleman retired from police force, and now he is applying his unparalleled brains in solving these baffling crimes. He's not your rough and tumble gunslinging detectives. Oh no. You won't find Poirot in car chases and fist fights. No, his weapon is far more refined. His little grey cells, as he so famously calls his brain, and his razor sharp observation skills, and an almost obsessive dedication to order and symmetry, even when he is dissecting chaos itself. Poirot solves his crimes by observing people, dissecting their words, their habits, their very essence. He is the one who will see contradiction where no one else stops and thinks for it, and he uncovers hidden motives buried deep into human psyche. And yes, he is a little vain about his mustache. He is very fussy, but you know what? As you start going through adventures with him, he becomes really unforgettable. His little quirks are the ones that you actually remember, and then you start adoring them. Okay, now let's start and talk about those 7 phenomenal books that I loved and have stayed with me over the years by Agatha Christie. The first one is The Mysterious Affairs of Styles. This is where it all began, bookworms. Poirot's first case, penned in 1920. Imagine an old English country house, a death by poisoning, and our Hercule Poirot makes grand entrance. You are immediately introduced to his methodical style, his laser sharp observational skills, and Agatha Christie's incredible ability to weave a story, a narrative that leads you happily astray, delivering a shocking, satisfying twist right at the end. Next one is The Murder on the Orient Express. So if you know any of Agatha Christie's work, I am sure you would know this one because it has a very famous movie made on it number of times. It's not just one movie. There are number of times a movie is been made on this novel, and I think this is the most famous murder mystery of all times. Now, picture this. A luxurious, snow-bound train, the Orient Express, a brutal murder, and a carriage full of suspects, none of whom seem to have an alibi. Poirot's moral reasoning and his unparalleled logic are pushed to their limits. And the ending is not just a twist, It's a profound moment where you realize the actual meaning of justice. Third one, let's talk about the Death on the Nile. And this one has glamour. A dazzling river cruise on the majestic Nile turns absolutely deadly when a beautiful young wealthy heiress is shot dead. Poirot, ever the keen observer, finds himself unraveling a venomous web of jealousy, desperate greed, and long simmering grudges among the passengers. Get ready for a sun-drenched setting and chilling revelations. The fourth one is the ABC murders. Now this one is absolutely chilling and uniquely structured. Imagine a serial killer taunting Poirot directly, sending cryptic letters signed as ABC before every murder. This book builds incredible psychological tension as Poirot engages in this cat and mouse game with a brilliant and elusive killer. Next one is 1 2 Buckle My Shoe. Well, this is a lesser talked gem, but it is so brilliant because it seems like a straightforward case, a dentist's seemingly open and shut suicide. But with Poirot, nothing seems to be straightforward anymore, right? So this book, a fussy detective peels back layer by layer of this cunningly woven deceit, uncovering motives tied to high-stake politics and greed and jealousy and deeply hidden secrets. Next one is the Big Four. Now, if you imagine Poirot always in a drawing room, well, you have to think again because this book is like an espionage thriller. Poirot goes up against a shadowy international criminal organization called the Big Four. It's more action-oriented and globetrotting than his quiet investigations. So you see Poirot in a different light and solving not just one crime scene. Okay, so I think this one is Agatha Christie at her chilling best. So 10 strangers harboring dark secrets lured to an isolated island and they start to die one by one, following the lines of a macabre nursery rhyme. Christie's storytelling here is pure genius. The suspense is unbearable and the ingenuity is mind-blowing. So here was a list of my top Agatha Christie books which I have read in so many years, and there are many more, not just featuring Hercule Poirot, but these are one of my favorites, right? So let me know in the comments below if I left out your favorite Agatha Christie novel, and let's talk about them next time. And if you like this mysterious journey with me, don't forget to give a big thumbs up to the video and definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you do not miss any more bookish content, from thrilling reviews to immersive read-alongs to cozy bedtime stories and so much more. Until next time, keep reading and remember to keep those little gray cells always at work.